Well, thank you for that cultural comparison and that sense of scale that you're enjoying over there. And it sounds like you're having a great time. You watched a video. I was chatting to Simone about the integration myth, which came as a great relief to me in many ways, John, to know that integration is actually more difficult than I ever imagined it would be. I had big and bold intentions of integrating very quickly. And in many ways, it's not as easy as people seem to think. What were your first thoughts on listening to that conversation?
I thought it was a very intriguing conversation with very good insights, and the fact don't expect that you're going to become fully integrated, but having one foot in your new culture and one foot firmly, still in your old culture. You're not rejecting one. You're a part of both, uh,
Yes.
and I had a thought to myself about, that's good. I mean, we have two legs and we walk and things, but walking is actually a continuous process of falling. So you're
So
what it is,
true. It's true. It's true.
because you're if you don't put another step forward, then you're going to fall on your face. So you put another step forward, and then you continue like that. And you can't balance a table or a chair with two legs. The only way you're going to actually fully balance anything is with a minimum of three. And so then you can actually be at rest to have a third leg. So I thought, as far as this integration thing, be mindful that you're going to be not fully integrated, one leg in one place. You're going to be two or and I thought necessarily a third leg, which to me is it's a sense of it's a personal sense of identity. Uh,
Mm.
one certainly faith, one's faith can be part of that, because one can practice your faith and have a personal meaning no matter where you are. But also I would think things like family and traditions, vocations, for your favorite music, favorite foods, hobbies,
Mm.
etc., um, and behaviors and activities that make you. um,
Yes. Yes.
Things such as Colin being able to indulge in his love of automobiles, whether it's in Portugal or the UK. Uh,
Right.
the Portugueser, with his music and ability to enjoy that and
Yeah.
play, and you yourself being able to continue your career and vocation in media and community building. Um, Families being able to have cherished traditions and activities, even the commonplace ones such as what you have to have as breakfast, and
Yes.
breakfast together, and picnics, and going for walks on the shore, and those are time with mom and dad. Those are things that make you and your family be your family, and that doesn't matter. Place is not an issue. You're going to do those things or have those activities regardless of where you're at. Uh,
That's right. That it transcends space, doesn't it? As in location.
yeah,
And it is, as you say, it's what makes you you. It's your sense of self, your personality, if you like.
right.
And I think if we, let's say, in that sort of worst case scenario that Simone was talking about, where people are, I don't have anything to do with where I've come from or anything to do with the people who came from there either in this new country. I'm just going to immerse myself. It is quite unrealistic and kind of says something about, I don't know, maybe there's some other kind of something else running or bubbling under the surface if it's so extreme like that. But if forego your personality, um and some of the sort of egoic things about ourselves, that's part of our security and identity, isn't it? And if you don't observe that, which in the way I think you're suggesting, and the visual that came up when I put it to AI, to Grok, was the two legs with a brain on top, the personality, the who you are on top of those legs, one in the old culture, the other one striding out into the new culture. You may cause problems for yourself if you don't observe those things. Or looking at it another way, you can enrich and enhance your life by remembering some of those traditions and things that you love and your hobbies and so on. So I think that's really, really good advice. Did you mention what it was for you? Are you happy to say what you think those things are that make you you, that you do in Portugal?
Well, for me, some of them are fairly banal, but things like being able to listen to my favorite music on the radio on when I'm driving, um, favorite foods, being able to make myself a good bacon and eggs for breakfast, or for me, I like to have some a chocolate milk before going to bed. It's silly things, but it's things that are still part of your identity, and they're tradition. Some sort of routine things that you do as a couple, going for walks with Pam. And going for a little for real road trips and things. That's things that we always have done.
Yeah.
We're driving out in the countryside, listening to our favorite songs, singing together. It's just it doesn't. It's yeah, we're in Portugal, but we can do that and enjoy that wherever wherever we may be.
I love that, being yourselves, and it's anchoring, isn't it? It's anchoring what you hold dear and what makes you, the pair of you, and gives you that sense of security.
Yeah, I mean, there is a presupposition that you do actually have a sense of self. Um, so if you don't really know who you are, then that could be a bit of a predicament. But if you have a good sense of self, and what music you like, what foods you like, what conversations you like to have with your friends, the activities that you like to engage in, and you have a good sense of that, well, then those are the things that you can look to be able to enjoy here as well, uh,
Yeah.
meaning here in Portugal. Um,
Yes. Yes. No, I totally get that. It's a real I think you've taken the idea, the two legs theory, for stability. The one in the old culture and one in the new, and made something. You've added to that in a really good way. And for people, yeah, who don't know who they are and don't quite understand the culture they're in, I think that could be quite a difficult place to be.
yeah, yeah. And to me, well, there's a particular personal identification with this too, because if people don't know, I'm a missionary kid, what they call an MK. So there's people like pastors' kids or army brats. These are all people that have a different life experience, and there is a new term that they use for all of these people, whether you're a military child or a diplomat's child or any of those kinds of things. They call it a third culture kid.
I
Uh,
didn't know that.
yeah, so children growing up in these environments, whether it's military, uh, diplomatic, missionary, they grow up with a unique life experience where you're not truly part of the new culture, you're not truly part of the old culture, but you have a third culture, which is a blend of the two with your own personal family life, that becomes a cultural identity too. So
Yeah.
something, but my own personal life experience has always been this third cultureness, and a blending of new and old, and what you bring with you no matter where you go, and being able to know what that is crucial.
And did that help you move to Portugal, do you think?
I think, yeah, from very much so. Um, a little bit less so for people that haven't had that life experience. So it's been a little bit more challenge
Yeah.
for others. But
Yes, and there's another aspect to this which you've just helped me to realise. I'm the child of an immigrant into the UK, and that, of course, would have had some sort of impact on me. It was all I knew,
had
but
to.
yeah, of course, it would have had to have had some sort of impact to sort of see through the eyes of my parent, or to have them behave in a certain way in bringing me up there as a result of them being a foreigner in the culture. So all of these influences, I think, are fascinating, and that's a real bonus to the conversation, a blessing on the conversation, the third culture, and this idea, sense of self to be remembered. Because I think sometimes, well, I speak for myself. I've thought of some of those things as like guilty pleasures, like these are things that I used to do in the old place, and I feel sort of happy and secure doing them here, but they're a little bit of a guilty pleasure. But they needn't be, need they? They can be they can be very positive and enjoyable things that you can just enjoy and even share with Portuguese people.
Yeah, no guilt whatsoever. It should be something that, and it's not really just an old part of the old culture. It's part of who you are. It's part of
Yeah,
what you really enjoy.
yeah,
So whether it's making a favorite meal together, engaging in family game night, whatever it might be.
mm,
Those are things you do. I know you and Louisa with your children. There's things that you do together as a family.
yeah.
Uh, you do those same things whether you were living in the UK, in Portugal, or Singapore.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Well said. Fantastic. Keen to know what other people think about that. Please contribute in the comments below. Lovely to catch up with you, John. Keep on having a fantastic time in the US, and you'll be back to enjoy coffee and privacy and a different kind of water closet in due course, I'm sure. Anything else you want to say to us before you go today?
Uh, no, I think that's about it. And just want to say I miss Portugal, and I miss people there. And I'm enjoying up here. There's a theme, I like northern Portugal and up in northern U.S. Uh,
Yes.
so you all, and blessings.
Likewise, igualmente, até a próxima. And this is really great. This is a sense of travel now. And this boat is so big, or ship really, isn't it? It's so big, it takes nearly 2 minutes for it to pass by you. And the sounds are incredible. It's a real burp, all of that sort of stuff. So
Great.
thank you, John, for capturing this for us. Have a great time. Love to Pam and love to America. Take care. Bye for now. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.